And then Elijah said, I am the only one left. The only one left. Was he the only one left? No, this was untrue. But do we feel alone sometimes?
Oh, yes.
But are we alone?
Nope.
I mean, our spouse could be right there next to us, or our children, or our parents, or our best friend, and yet we still feel alone. And Elijah was not alone, but yet he felt alone. And that's why the theme of this year's conference is You Are Not Alone. Because you are not alone. We're in this together. And I encourage you, I was watching a sermon, Pastor Stephen Furtick, we're big Elevation Worship, and he was talking about how his son started college and called him, and he was really feeling alone. He moved away from home. It's a first-time experience for him. And so he told his son, he goes, well, of course, you're not alone. You know that. I'm here. But he goes, I want to encourage you to start writing down. So when you start feeling alone, I want you to write down who you can connect with, who you can text right now that will be there for you. Start writing it down. And by the time he was done, he said he had like 15 people on his list. And I want to encourage you, when you feel alone, I want you to get a paper and a pen and write down the names of people that will be there if you need them. Because that'll be a reminder to yourself that you are not alone. Verse 11 says, go out and stand before me on the mountain, the Lord told him. And Elijah stood there. The Lord passed by. We know he came in a windstorm and, the earthquake and a fire. But then and God was not in any of those things. And then he came in a gentle whisper. God knew what the depressed and discouraged Elijah needed. He needed a personal encounter with Christ. The powerful wind and the earthquake and the fire, all of that was chaotic. That's when I read that story, I feel like God's just displaying our emotions and how we get in our own way. And it's our ugliness. That's what all that craziness is. And that's why we sometimes don't even feel God, because God is not in our world. He doesn't dwell in our craziness and in our, frustrations and our feelings and our emotions. That's not where we find God. We find God in what? Oh, in peace. God is peace. Mm-hmm. And that's why he came in a gentle whisper, After all that emotion was expressed and it was released, he finally came out of the cave, because God doesn't tell Elijah his full plan of what he's, what he's feeling scared or overwhelmed. He doesn't tell him anything when he's going through that situation and doing whatever it is that he's doing. Instead, God waits until he's ready. Are you done yet? Are you done crying? Are you done going through, cursing me or whatever it is that we do, because we do that? Are you done? Okay, I'm here. I'm out here. You're the one that's in the dark cave. I'm ready. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for you to take the next step, right? And he comes out of that cave and he takes that next step. He has the courage, after being threatened with this life, to take the next step. When is yours? When are you going to take the next step? And are you ready to take the next step?